Hello everyone, and welcome back to my garden. Today we're diving into a project that's near and dear to my heart, growing delicious and nutritious nuts right in our own raised beds. Imagine the satisfaction of harvesting your own fresh almonds, walnuts, pecans, hazelnuts, and chestnuts. The possibilities for homemade treats are endless. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Martha, isn't growing nut trees a bit ambitious for raised beds? And to that, I say, not at all. With the proper care and attention, we can create the perfect environment for these trees to thrive and bear bountiful harvests. So, let's put on our gardening gloves, grab our tools, and get ready to embark on this rewarding journey together. I promise you, the taste of freshly harvested nuts from your very own garden will be well worth the effort. Let's begin our nut-growing adventure with the delightful almond. These beautiful trees with their delicate blossoms and delicious nuts are a wonderful addition to any garden. First things first, we need to prepare our almond seeds. Soak them in a bowl of room-temperature water overnight. This will help soften the outer shell and encourage germination. While the seeds are soaking, let's prepare our raised beds. Almonds prefer well-drained soil, so make sure to add some compost and perlite to your potting mix. This will ensure proper drainage and provide essential nutrients for your trees. Now, it's time to plant our soaked almond seeds. Gently place each seed about 2 inches deep in the soil, about a foot apart. Water them thoroughly, ensuring the soil is moist but not waterlogged. Almond trees thrive in sunlight, so choose a sunny spot for your raised bed. Throughout the growing season, make sure your almond trees receive at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. Consistency is key when it comes to watering your almond trees. Water them deeply and regularly, especially during dry spells. Check the soil moisture regularly to ensure it remains consistently moist but not soggy. Just like us, almond trees can be susceptible to pests. Keep a watchful eye out for any signs of infestation and take appropriate measures, such as using organic pest control methods, to protect your precious trees. With proper care and attention, your almond trees will begin to grow and flourish. Over time, they will reward you with a bountiful harvest of fresh, delicious almonds. Remember, patience is a gardener's best friend. It may take a few years for your almond trees to start producing nuts, but the wait will be well worth it. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the world of walnuts and discover the secrets to growing these majestic trees in our raised beds. Stay tuned! Welcome back to our nut-growing journey. Today we're turning our attention to the magnificent walnut tree. Known for its stately presence and flavorful nuts, the walnut is a rewarding addition to any garden. When it comes to planting walnut seeds, fall is the ideal time. The cooler temperatures and natural moisture of the season create optimal conditions for germination. Before planting, it's essential to choose a suitable location for your walnut tree. These majestic trees need ample space to grow, so select a spot in your garden that receives plenty of sunlight and is not crowded by other plants. Walnuts thrive in deep, fertile soil. Prepare your raised bed by amending the soil with compost and aged manure. This will provide the necessary nutrients for your walnut tree to thrive. Now, it's time to plant our walnut seeds. Plant them about 2 to 3 inches deep in the soil, spacing them about 2 to 3 feet apart. Water them well, ensuring the soil is moist but not waterlogged. As your walnut seedlings emerge, it's crucial to protect them from pests. Squirrels and birds find young walnut trees particularly appealing. Consider using netting or other protective measures to safeguard your trees. Regular watering is essential, especially during the first few years. Deep waterings are more beneficial than frequent shallow waterings. Aim to water your walnut trees deeply once or twice a week, depending on the weather conditions. Pruning plays a vital role in shaping your walnut tree and promoting healthy growth. Prune your trees during the dormant season, typically in late winter or early spring, before new growth begins. As your walnut trees mature, they will reward you with an abundance of delicious nuts. Be patient, as it may take several years for your trees to produce a significant harvest. In the meantime, enjoy watching your walnut trees grow and flourish. Their majestic presence will enhance the beauty of your garden for years to come. Up next, we'll explore the world of pecans and learn how to grow these southern favorites in our own backyards. Stay tuned! Hello again, fellow gardening enthusiasts. Today, we're heading south, at least in spirit, to explore the art of growing pecan trees. These stately trees, native to the southern United States, are prized for their rich, buttery nuts that are synonymous with southern hospitality. While pecan trees are traditionally found in warm climates, don't despair if you live in a cooler region. With a little extra care and attention, you can still enjoy the satisfaction of growing your own pecans. Pecan trees thrive in full sun, so choose a location in your garden that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. The more sunlight your trees receive, the better they will grow and produce. Well-drained soil is essential for healthy pecan trees. Amend your raised bed with compost and sand to improve drainage and provide essential nutrients. Pecan trees prefer slightly acidic soil, so you can also add a bit of peat moss to adjust the pH if needed. When planting your pecan trees, dig a hole that is twice as wide and just as deep as the root ball. Gently remove the tree from its container and place it in the hole, ensuring that the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil. Backfill the hole with soil, tamping it down gently to eliminate air pockets. Water your newly planted pecan tree deeply and thoroughly, ensuring that the entire root ball is saturated. During the first few years after planting, it's crucial to water your pecan trees regularly, especially during dry spells. Deep, infrequent waterings are more beneficial than frequent, shallow waterings. Fertilize your pecan trees in early spring with a balanced fertilizer specifically formulated for nut trees. Follow the package instructions carefully for the best results. Pecan trees can take several years to start producing nuts, so patience is key. In the meantime, enjoy watching your trees grow and mature, knowing that one day you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest of delicious pecans. Now let's move on to a nut that's a bit smaller in size but equally big in flavor, the hazelnut. Welcome back to our nutty adventure. Today we're venturing into the enchanting world of hazelnuts. These small but mighty nuts, with their delicate flavor and delightful crunch, have been enjoyed for centuries. Hazelnuts, also known as filberts, are relatively easy to grow, making them an excellent choice for both novice and experienced gardeners alike. With a little care and attention, you can enjoy a bountiful harvest of these tasty treats. Hazelnuts prefer slightly acidic soil, so if your soil is naturally alkaline, you can amend it with peat moss or compost to lower the pH. Good drainage is also crucial, so make sure your raised bed has adequate drainage holes. When selecting a location for your hazelnut plants, choose a spot that receives partial shade, especially during the hottest part of the day. Hazelnuts can tolerate full sun, but they tend to produce better in areas with some afternoon shade. Plant your hazelnut seedlings in early spring, spacing them about 10 to 15 feet apart. Dig a hole that is twice as wide and just as deep as the root ball, and gently place the seedling in the hole. Backfill the hole with soil, tamping it down gently to eliminate air pockets. Water your newly planted hazelnut seedling thoroughly, ensuring that the entire root ball is saturated. Mulching around your hazelnut plants will help to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Apply a layer of organic mulch, such as shredded bark or compost, around the base of the plants, keeping it a few inches away from the trunk. Hazelnuts benefit from regular pruning to maintain their shape and encourage air circulation. Prune your plants during the dormant season, typically in late winter or early spring before new growth begins. Harvesting hazelnuts is a true delight. The nuts are typically ready for harvest in early autumn when the husks turn brown and the nuts begin to loosen. Gently shake the branches to release the nuts or pick them by hand. Now let's move on to our final nut of the day, the chestnut. Get ready to discover the magic of growing these majestic trees and enjoying their sweet, nutty bounty. Welcome back, fellow nut enthusiasts. We've reached the final chapter of our nut-growing journey, and we're ending on a truly majestic note, the chestnut tree. These magnificent trees, with their spreading canopies and glossy leaves, are a sight to behold. But beyond their beauty, chestnut trees also offer a bounty of sweet, nutty goodness that has been enjoyed for centuries. Chestnuts thrive in well-drained, loamy soil that is slightly acidic. If your soil is heavy clay or sandy, you can amend it with compost or other organic matter to improve its texture and drainage. Choose a location in your garden that receives full sun to partial shade. Chestnuts prefer at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day, but they can tolerate some shade, especially in hotter climates. When planting your chestnut trees, dig a hole that is twice as wide and just as deep as the root ball. Gently remove the tree from its container and place it in the hole, ensuring that the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil. Backfill the hole with soil, tamping it down gently to eliminate air pockets. Water your newly planted chestnut tree deeply and thoroughly, ensuring that the entire root ball is saturated. Mulching around your chestnut trees will help to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Apply a layer of organic mulch, such as shredded bark or compost, around the base of the trees, keeping it a few inches away from the trunk. Chestnut trees benefit from regular fertilization, especially during the first few years after planting. Fertilize your trees in early spring with a balanced fertilizer specifically formulated for nut trees. Protect your young chestnut trees from frost damage during the winter months by wrapping the trunks with burlap or tree wrap. You can also mulch around the base of the trees to insulate the roots. Harvesting chestnuts is a true autumn delight. The nuts are typically ready for harvest in late September or early October when the spiny burrs turn brown and begin to open. And there you have it. We've explored the fascinating world of growing 5 different types of nuts in raised beds. From the delicate almond to the majestic chestnut, each nut offers its own unique flavor and charm. And there you have it. 5 types of nuts you can grow in raised beds from seed to harvest. Wasn't that a rewarding journey? Remember, patience and persistence are key to success in gardening, and the rewards are well worth the effort. Imagine the satisfaction of serving your homegrown nuts at your next gathering. Whether you're enjoying freshly roasted chestnuts on a crisp autumn evening, or adding crunchy pecans to your favorite recipes, the flavor of homegrown nuts is simply unmatched. So, go ahead and plant those seeds, nurture those trees, and watch as your nut garden flourishes. Happy gardening, everyone!